Careful what you say.
Oh no.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much. We are in Zurich Temple, Iskon Zurich, Bergstrasse 54, at the hill, a beautiful sight of Zurich Lake. An even more beautiful sight in the temple of the deities and ecstatic devotees. Wonderful kitchen, prashadam. Anybody knows the title of this seminar?
Something, how to react in adverse situations.
Okay. Any other synonyms for the right words?
How to react in disturbing situations.
Okay, there is one more word in the title.
Challenging.
Yes. Disturbing and challenging situations. It's not how to react, it's how to choose our reaction. That's very important. We will see why. So today I will give you a little overview of what we will do over the next couple of hours. We will have some evidence from the Shastra, some situations where devotees reacted in sometimes unusual ways. And then I will also give you some tools like choice map, which I got from the professional world, and stimulus response model. It can give you a very good, if you are a visual person, it can help you to remember this picture. You can remember it when you face such a situation. We have one quote from Krishna book, which also speaks about this, about the greatness of a man, which is related to this reacting. And maybe some simple tools which you can use, which actually work if you use them. Whole Shastra is actually full of teachings about self-control, controlling the mind, and in the yoga we have this controlling the mind, very important thing. So this is about controlling the mind and controlling the tongue, controlling negative emotions, controlling lower urges or lower nagone, lower urges or tendencies like lust, anger and greed. So one thing that people have found out, I don't know how many devotees are aware of this, but is that between what happens to us and our reaction, there is a space. In animals, there is no space. Animals react immediately. If you poke a dog, he will immediately bark or try to bite you. If you poke a man, he might react differently, depending on which modes of nature he is in. So we have a lot of experience of this. We experience this every single day. How do you react when something disturbs you? Many years ago, I started observing my reactions to anything that happens to me. Before, I didn't observe, I was just reacting. And then I was reading, I heard that actually you can choose, you can stop and choose your reaction. This was amazing. This was an amazing revelation or discovery, that you can stop and choose how you react to any kind of situation. It can be disturbing, it can be elating, it can be positive, it can be negative. But within us, we have this power to choose. We have a free will, and within this free will that is given to us by nature, we have a power to choose our response to any situation. And of course, we also have a power to choose what we want. Sometimes devotees come to me for coaching and they say, I don't know what I want. What shall I do? And I tell them, what would you tell them when they say something like this? When somebody says, I don't know what I want, what shall I do? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
What do you like to do?
I don't know.
What do you like to do when a dog attacked you?
No, this is in general, if they want to do some occupation, not about the reaction in a disturbing situation. This is different, yeah?
Maybe what are you doing in your free time? If you're free what is
You want to
like
find
the
out
thing.
what they like hobby?
Yeah.
That's a good way to
Hobby,
go.
what's it, a hobby?
What are you doing in your free time? It's a good way to go. Anything else? Any advice?
What skills do you have?
Okay, what are you good at? This can be something that they can think about and engage in and develop themselves in. That's very nice. More?
What makes you happy?
What makes you happy? This is a very good question.
Yeah,
Uh,
that always happens.
They may say nothing in particular.
Oh my God.
Do you like to eat?
Yeah.
So, what makes you happy? Good question. More to help such a person, yeah?
No, what inspires you?
What inspires you? Yes, yes. Okay, anything else? So, I tell them very simple thing. These are nice ideas. I tell them very simple thing. Actually, you can choose what you want. There are some options. You can choose something. You don't know what you want, but you can choose something. Start doing it and see how it works for you. Maybe you like it, maybe not. You can change it. But again, we come back to the same point. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. I say sometimes that actually feeling bad is a choice. This is very shocking and very revolutionary and very radical. You may say, I don't choose to feel bad. Yes, it's not a conscious choice, but it's a habit, it's an unconscious choice, something that you have developed. And even some people have admitted to me that they like it. They enjoy being negative. There is some kick. They get some kick out of it. I was working with people who were depressed, and I tell them, raise your arms. How do you feel now? Can you be depressed in this position? No. So why don't you do it more often? Well, I like to be depressed. So, when you understand, when you become aware that you have a choice, then you put yourself in a very powerful position in life in general. You can always choose. Once I came to Amsterdam airport, my first time in Amsterdam. Devotees very enthusiastically invited me for a seminar, and I came expecting, as always, that somebody will pick me up. So I came there and no one was there. So first thing I was thinking was, they're late. So I was waiting for 1 hour, nobody's coming. Then I was thinking, now I will depend on Krishna. And I sat and waited another 2 hours. Nothing happened. So I concluded better I phone them. Then and find out why nobody's here and how can I get there. Hare Krishna, I'm at the airport for the last 3 hours. Will anybody pick me up? Oh, Prabhuji, we don't have a car. Sorry. And then he explained to me how to come with the 1 bus, 2 buses, tram, and the train. And then it was fine. So I could have done this much earlier, but because of what my mind told me, first, wait for some time, maybe they're late, this happens. Second, depending on Krishna, whatever happens anyway, but nothing is happening. Whatever except nothing. Whatever happens. And nothing is happening. And then I found out some internet connection, found out the address. I didn't have a phone, found out the phone number, and found out some coins, phoned them, and helped myself. So Prabhupada speaks about helping yourself. He says, God helps those who help themselves. In any situation you can help yourself, but I think you have a duty as a devotee and as a human being to protect yourself from unnecessarily disturbing yourself by the way you react in different situations. So today we will look. We want to give you some practical tools how you can deal with this. And I have some notes, and these notes will be available to you. These are bullet points. It's not something super extensive. Okay, we will go through some of these points before we have a little role play with two volunteer devotees. Srila Prabhupada said that Vedas are meant for the development of character, not for the speculation and discussion of armchair philosophers. So development of character includes self-control, sense control, mind control. Srila Prabhupada, when he would speak about the development of character of his disciples, he would say, look, they're not drinking, they're not having illicit sex, they're not eating meat, they're not gambling. This is a very basic requirement for human character, what to speak of spiritual personality, spiritual person. And he mentioned in many places in his teachings about the development of character, and all the training that we get is actually meant to develop our character from materialistic person to spiritual person to sadhu, from punk to monk, from hippie to happy, to change our qualities. Srila Prabhupada would say, he was asked, how can I recognize your disciple? He said, he's a gentleman. So gentleman means gentleman, not rude man. Sometimes we need to be strict, but generally devotee is very kind, very patient, very tolerant, gentleman, always helpful. And so there is many verses in the Shastra where these qualities are glorified, divine qualities in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, where it is described that the Lord is pleased when you have these qualities, when you manifest these qualities. There is one verse in the Bhagavatam which says that self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets cannot be attained by those who are not compassionate to others. So we cannot go back to the spiritual world if we don't develop these qualities. Hare Krishna. So Vaikuntha planets cannot be attained by those who are not compassionate to others. And to be compassionate, one has to give up envy. And in the material world, we have a lot of envy of everyone, of God, of other living entities. So we have to somehow purify our heart and give up envy and become compassionate. Then we can qualify if we want to go back to the spiritual world. You have heard about a saying, think before you drink. It's a metaphor, but it means think before you react. Think before you act. So use your intelligence, what is the best way? In Serbia, we have a saying, ispeci pareci. It means first bake it, then...
You cannot translate it.
Okay, I give literal translation. First bake it, then say it. Bake it means think about it. Bake it, like you bake something, then it means it's ready. Make it ready. So first bake it and then eat it. Or then say it.
Was it Etsy?
Huh?
How was the slope in your language? How was it Etsy?
Etsy petsy.
No, was it?
Ispeci pareci.
Oh, it's
First bake it, then say it. That's
Okay.
the literal translation, but it means to think before you act and before you drink. Especially don't drink alcohol. Now I will need assistance of someone. Do you have access to the Gita online, like Vedabase, you can access the Gita? You?
Yeah.
So please open 12:13, chapter 12, text
Yeah.
13.
Or you want to see on the screen? Or?
No, not on screen.
Uh-huh.
You can just read it, or Bhakta Matthias can find it faster. Yeah, he has tablet. So we need that verse. There is many quotes by Srila Prabhupada about training the mind in the Vedabase. So it's so important to train the mind. So if you train the mind, that means you understand you are not the mind. And that means you understand you are a soul, and you can observe the mind, you can choose how you will think, feel, and will. These are three functions of the mind: thinking, feeling, and willing. You have it?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service, with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
Okay, find in the purport Tatenu Kampam Susamikshamano.
Yeah.
Quote from the Bhagavatam, yeah. Read it.
Tat te nukam pam su samik shamanu jana evatma kritam vihakam. Whenever a devotee is in distress or has fallen into difficulty, he thinks that it is the Lord's mercy upon him. He thinks, thanks to my past misdeeds, I should suffer far, far greater than I am suffering now. So it is by the mercy of the Supreme Lord that I am not getting all the punishment I am due. I am just getting a little by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore he is always calm, quiet and patient despite many distressful conditions. A devotee is also always kind to everyone, even to his enemy. Nirvana means that a devotee does not attach much importance to the pains and trouble pertaining to the body, because he knows perfectly well that he is not the material body. He does not identify with the body. Therefore he is freed from the conception of false ego and is equipoised in happiness and distress. He is tolerant and he is satisfied with whatever comes by the grace of the Supreme Lord. He does not endeavor much to achieve something with great difficulty, therefore he is always joyful. He is a completely perfect mystic because he is fixed in the instructions received from the spiritual master, and because the senses are controlled, he is determined. He is not swayed by false arguments, because no one can lead him from the fixed determination of devotional service. He is fully conscious that Krishna is the eternal Lord, so no one can disturb him. All his qualifications enable him to fix his mind and intelligence entirely on the Supreme Lord. Such a standard of devotional service is undoubtedly very rare, but a devotee becomes situated in that stage by following the regulative principles of devotional service. Furthermore, the Lord says that such a devotee is very dear to him, for the Lord is always pleased with all his activities in full Krishna consciousness.
So this is a very important section of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a last part of the 12th chapter, and we know that Gita is divided in three parts, and the middle middle six chapters from 7 to 12 are most important. And so from the 13th to the 20th verse, Krishna describes the qualities of a pure devotee. And please read the 15th verse, only translation.
He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to me.
This is what we are interested in. Shri Krishna says that one who is not disturbed by anyone is dear to me. So simply by not being disturbed, simply by having this understanding that is in the Bhagavad Gita from the Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavad Gita purport to these verses 13 and 14, this verse from the Bhagavatam is Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 8, Tatenu Kampam Susamikshamano. It describes the attitude of a devotee. But I want to clarify one thing. It doesn't mean you become a victim. It doesn't mean you tolerate anything and everything. You don't do anything when somebody is torturing you, taking advantage of your patience, taking advantage of your tolerance. It doesn't mean that. if it would mean that, then Arjuna wouldn't be told by Krishna to fight. In some situations we have to be very strict. Therefore it is said Vaishnava is sometimes as hard as a thunderbolt and as soft as a rose. Also it is said that he has the courage of a British soldier and the heart of a Bengali mother. And maybe you don't know Bengali mother, but Bengali mother has a very soft heart. Yes?
Yes.
So, I'm teaching you how not to be disturbed. And by this, you can please Krishna. Only by this. This one thing here described. Or how to choose not to be disturbed. So, I heard one teacher said, if somebody says something that disturbs you, just don't let it in. It can just bounce off you. You can do that. If you don't let it in. Somebody attacks you, insults you, Hare Krishna. You can counterattack if you like. But don't let it in. Don't let it poison you. Don't let it make you angry. Don't let it make you mad. Before we have a little role play, I want to tell one more thing. That how two people react. One has materialistic consciousness, one has spiritualistic consciousness. If you tell a materialistic person you are ugly, how he will react?
Not nice.
More? Something more juicy.
Angry.
Different.
What?
Different, very different.
Different.
It depends on whom. Like, you know, if he's a materialistic person but he's your friend, you know, like, you could be teasing your friend, you could be saying the most nastiest thing, and if he's your friend, he understands you're just, you know, teasing him or something. He could, or like in, you know, it could be the opposite. Like in England, everyone's very polite, even if they're the, you know, most angry with someone, they're like really polite. Oh, please, can I just ask you not to, you know, like something like they were very polite, even in England.
No, we are speaking here about the
So it
extreme,
depends.
extreme
Angry.
situation.
Angry.
Angry, what else he can do?
He will be offended.
He will be offended, what else he can do?
He can punch you also.
Yes, and then you can become blue in your face.
And you can become ugly also.
Like Krishna, you become ugly. Yes, you become ugly. So, he makes sure you also become ugly if you tell him that he's ugly. So he will get very angry, very upset. And if you tell a devotee you are ugly, what he will say?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, what else?
Yes, you're right.
Well, I'm just your servant, I'm just a dust at your feet, of course. I'm the most unfortunate.
I'm not the body anyway.
What?
I'm not the body.
Oh, so listen to this. I'm not this body, you cannot see me. I have a spiritual form that is cool. I'm not this body. This is, you know, you don't see real me. Maybe you don't like my, you know, Balkanian face or something. but this is not me. I also have a spiritual form. Krishna said, Prabhupada said. So you just say, thank God I'm not this body. And you smile. And I mean, we are chanting Hare Krishna for so many years, and when somebody insults us, we can see how much we have become free from the bodily concept of life. If somebody tells us, you stink, then you may tell them, give me a perfume. If you say somebody you are ugly, somebody tells you are ugly, or even, God forbid, you are stupid. Oh, this is also, you know, we don't identify with our body, but we identify with our intelligence. If somebody tells us you are stupid, how will we react? Wow. What you can say when somebody says you're stupid?
And he's also stupid.
Huh?
If a stupid person calls me stupid, I call him, you are stupid. But if an intelligent person says stupid,
Okay, you are entering a little bit into a competition, though, okay? More?
If you're in New York, it's like, I'm I'm gonna call my lawyer. It's defamation.
I call my lawyer. Any other reactions? It's interesting.
Yes, for sure.
I like that. This is a good. I like this direction.
No, I don't agree.
I don't agree. Okay.
Well, the same thing. We are not this intelligence. We are not this intellect.
We are not this material intelligence. Okay.
If the guru says I'm stupid, then I should think I am stupid, isn't it?
Right. Now, the funny thing is that today there is 7 intelligences that can be measured. So you cannot be stupid in all 7. You can be stupid in 1 or 2, IQ or, I don't know, emotional intelligence. So if he says you are stupid, you can say in which area. Then he thinks, what kind of comment is this? I mean, now I'm stupid, I don't understand this. But, I mean, you can say, but not sarcastic, I'm not teaching you sarcasm. You can say, he say you are stupid, you can say, okay, please enlighten me. I have come to a right place. If I'm stupid, I have come to a person who is intelligent, please teach me. And they might teach you something. They might tell you, never tell anybody that they are stupid. And you say, but you just said it. So life is very interesting when you look from different points of view, and when you actually have a spiritual point of view, then everything becomes very, very humorous, very interesting. And you can do different kinds of reactions. So now I want to invite our enthusiastic actors to come to the stage.
Professional.
Yes, please give one applause and encouragement. This is their first live gig together.
Together, yeah.
Apart from in real life. So they will demonstrate the situation is that we have a very experienced pujari who is supposed to teach a new aspiring pujari deity worship, different aspects of deity worship, and they will now demonstrate how it looks like.
Okay, everybody's more or less familiar with what deity worship is, kind of. Okay, that's good. So it makes sense. Okay, so today's your first day. First thing we do, we should welcome the president into the room. So first thing, we knock at the door. Come in, okay?
Oh, okay.
You've been here before?
Inside now.
No? Are you clean?
Yeah.
You take a bath? Okay, that's good. So here's the Achman cup. You have to purify yourself before you do anything. Do you know how to do Achman?
No.
Are you second initiated?
Mm,
And you don't know Achman?
no.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So it's just like this, okay? You take some water and it goes like this. Understood?
No. Can you talk a little bit more slowly, please?
You again? Should I show again?
Yes, please.
Om Keshavaya Namaha Om Naranaya Namaha Madhivaya Namaha. Okay, now you do it. It's your turn.
Can you one time more, please? I don't get it.
Again?
Yes.
Do you know what Achman is? Okay, look, here's the book. You read first, and then you read through it, and then I will explain to you later, okay? Do you know how to read? Do you know how to read?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, I
thank you.
know
At least
how
that
to
much.
read. Too much. Krishna couldn't send somebody else.
You tell me when you're done, okay? I'm waiting here.
Look, I don't know how to read this. It's a little bit difficult. Reach.
Adoksha Jaya Namaha.
No, Doksha Jaya.
Yeah, Adoksha Jaya Namaha.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll just show you where everything is for now. Then you practice this Achman because I really don't have the time to spend right now with this thing. So, okay, here are the towels. These are for Jagannath, these are for Baladev, these are for Subhadra, this is for Gaurnitai, this is for Nrsimhadev, this is for Srila Prabhupada. And you cannot mix this one with those ones because these ones we use for wiping the hands of the pujaris. Okay? And they all stay in different sections. And they're different colors. And they're different.
That's too much for me. I think I will go to temple president and tell I cannot do this.
But it's so easy!
No, you're just too fast.
Okay, so it's my fault, huh? Okay, so do you have a pen and a paper? Maybe they will help you.
Yeah, you could tell me before, you know. to bring-
Well, it's quite obvious. You're coming to learn something.
Yeah, nobody told me.
Okay,
Okay.
so you can note down the towel colors at least and what they're meant for. Okay, and here are the puja plates. Okay.
Wow, there's so many.
Yeah. And you have to polish them every day. Yeah.
No,
With
I
lemon
was just
juice.
thinking I will make puja.
No. You have to polish them every day.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay. So, let me think.
Excuse me, can I ask you again? What you said? Where is Prabhupada? Where is Jagannath? Where is?
Prabhupada's are here. Jagannath's are there. Subhadras are there. Baladev is here. Gaurnitai is there. Actually, Gauranga is here. Nityananda is here. Okay. Then there's for the parampara right here. Can you see? They're all different colors. It's blue, light blue, then sky blue. Can you see the difference?
Can you do it today and then I will try tomorrow?
But today's the 4th day I'm doing it.
4.
When are you gonna do it? Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, so today I do it again.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so you can just sit here and do it.
Can I
okay?
just go, please?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you
I
very
was
much.
joking.
Please do it like this. So this actually we also have a temple president present, but somehow he was not involved in the theater play. She wanted to go to him, and he was here, but this was not the original scenario. So now they told me that actually they will not act. That this is a, they have maybe not such exchange, but maybe a little bit similar. And now what I want you to think about and to comment is how would you deal with him? How would you react? She was obviously what?
Disturb.
You don't speak. You were just an actor.
She was lazy.
Oh. It's okay. You just have the right to say anything. You can just done your job. So she was lazy. All what else?
Like overwhelmed with it was just too many.
She was overwhelmed. And what else? She was.
New.
Everybody's so positive. You
Yeah.
more?
They're afraid.
He was surprised about the capacity.
Yes. That's also overwhelmed. Yeah, surprised how much is there to do. What else? I mean, something from her title.
Disturbed.
Challenge.
Yeah, she was disturbed. She was challenged. She was yeah. So how would you react? What would you do if you would be in a situation to learn from obviously a little bit impatient head pujari or pujari.
Just a bug.
Oh yeah. So you tell me. Think about it and tell me. How would you? What would you do? How would you react? Could you choose a better reaction? Yes.
Yeah, I would scream and run away.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, I think that they reacted like very patient. Like some people, they would say like, "Oh my God, what? Like he cannot do anything." So it was quite good reaction.
Who?
A young man. He was too patiently explaining everything and everything. He didn't lose patience.
Yeah, he was a little bit too patient. I told him to be more impatient, but because this is his like premiere, he will get better next time.
Was it the fourth day he was showing it?
4 day, but in the play, I mean, this is the first time that they are acting. What else would you do if you would be in her situation, her place?
Change the service.
The real mood. Determination.
Change the tempo.
I mean, honestly say that I'm overwhelmed and I cannot complete the task or cannot understand it at this pace, but this is what she said. So this should be enough, but if it's not, then I don't know what to do next.
Okay.
I know a YouTube video, make a YouTube video about what needs to be done. She can watch it as many times as she wants in her spare time. And then, she doesn't have to ask him to repeat everything. She just, everything like could be a video.
This is nice. He's having some creative solutions. Some creative solutions. You know how maybe it's difficult to learn it in one time. If he doesn't have time, if he's impatient, he can record it. She can learn it peacefully, without being overwhelmed. Step by step, she can put the pause. So there is always ways how we can react, and now we are coming to a point where I would like to write something here, but I don't know how.
Prabhupada can go to
Here.
Also one more.
Huh?
Oh, this one.
But put Srila Prabhupada somewhere in a visible place so that we block him.
Okay.
We can put him maybe here for now.
Prabhupada there or the table there?
No, leave Prabhupada here, put this here, and we can move it. Okay, so. Actually, do you have internet access?
Yes.
Okay, so look for the image called stimulus response. You can move this back, sorry. Move it back. We will have a projection. I don't have to.
Here.
You have it? From anywhere, from the internet. Stimulus response image. It's like blue arrows, you will see.
But you want every one of us to see?
Yes, yes.
He wants in the projector.
Yes, projector, yeah. No, you can remove this.
Yeah, I'll remove. I'm just
Yes.
making sure that I actually have it. I don't have to do it twice.
Yes, that's a good point. But I believe they can find it. So now we, after this play, we want to now look at one tool that can be helpful in any kind of situation. But while Prabhuji is arranging for this, give me more ideas. How would you react in this situation? In her situation. Come in. Come in. Just find some. You had 2 chairs here, and there also there are chairs. Okay, Suri will arrange. So how would you? What else could she do? What else could she do? Yes.
Maybe remind him how it was for him in the beginning when it was all new, such as he can relate
Good point.
to
So inspire him to be more patient. Yeah. So stimulus response. 2 words. Stimulus response. And press images. 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 2 words. Stimulus response. And press images response model, or model. Images. Go down, more down. Oh, this is all German. No. More down.
You have to close this.
More down. The one that I have on the computer that I found on the internet is much nicer, and it's not here. Oh, okay, go up. Let's see this one. Go a little bit down. Oh, okay. Okay, this one is good enough. But just make it full screen if possible. This one. Yes. Okay, so now here we have something that happens to us. It's called stimulus, and there is a space, and there is response. So the stimulus was Head Pujari's teaching. Then she wasn't aware that she has a freedom to choose how she can respond. And now we have here 4 proposals how we can respond: using self-awareness, imagination, or creative imagination, using conscience, and independent will. Now, how we as devotees, how do we want to react? Based on what here? When something happens, how do we, what kind of reaction we want to choose? What do you think?
First one, self.
Huh?
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness, okay. What is our point of reference in general?
Guru Sadhu Shastra.
Yes, Guru Sadhu Shastra. So, we can think, how would you apply this to this situation? How she could have used the higher intelligence of Guru Sadhu and Shastra to react in a more Krishna conscious way, in a less disturbing way for herself and for Pujari. What do you think? How this could be done? Could have been done?
If I'll be in that position, maybe I'll ask whoever's in charge to maybe learn from somebody else. Because sometimes it's a personal disconnection, and then their knowledge can't really flow.
No, you're the only one she can learn from. All other pujaris have gone back to Godhead. You are the old, the latest. She needs to succeed you. You are also dying. And she needs to succeed you, and you are teaching her. So, I mean, in this situation, how do you connect to higher spiritual intelligence? Yeah?
Considering oneself as the servant of the Lord, like doing pujari service, and then we should she was oh no, this is too much for me, but she would say, okay, this is like a service for Krishna, and is it like a high service? It's like, and she could have been happy to do it.
Okay. More determined, happy, although it's confusing, but she didn't have to be disturbed. She could say, look, I'm a slow learner, and I really want to do this service for Krishna. I love these deities. I love all their towels, but we have to draw a map. I can't remember. You're saying Gaur-Nitai, Nityananda. How can I remember all this? And yes?
Well, it seems that she was not so self-confident or insecure, and that's why she didn't got really a choice to. She was just overwhelmed by all that. So for her, in that situation, it would be very difficult to respond differently, because obviously she's.
How would you react? I mean, you're so experienced, you're a leader. How would you react in this situation? You already go on the altar, I know. If you would be in a situation to learn from a pujari something you don't know, how would you? And he's a little bit impatient, he's just putting pressure on you a little bit. Or maybe you are too slow to learn. How would you react?
just said, I guess, I would try to be very straightforward and simple, open, and tell, okay, wait a minute, let me get a pen and paper, I need to write it down, please tell me again.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that's just,
Mhm.
or let me get my phone, and can I just do the
Yeah.
let me record it.
I mean, you can record him. You can record everything he says. Nowadays you don't have to make notes. You can also record him. But the point is, you don't have to be disturbed. And I like his point, Dr. Matthias, that if she really wants to do this service, then she will do anything to learn and to do it. And, it's just, she can say, I will learn from somebody else in another temple and come back because you are so impatient. Or maybe not like this because he's like old Pujari, senior Brahmana. But what would be very spiritual in this situation is her unbreakable determination to learn Pujari service by hook or by crook. And it would happen somehow or another. And we all have our weaknesses when we are tested and tempted. And after so many years of chanting Hare Krishna, we still get so irritated by small things. For example, I'm so irritated by sounds, like loud sounds, and like in the street, a car, it just destroys my nerves. I don't know, maybe this is because of my conditioning and constitution. So I have to have earplugs always. And I had one situation in London, when I was living in London, where I had to really apply this, which I'm teaching for the last 20 years. There is double-decker, and the cheapest monthly card is 50, at that time was 50 pounds, so I could travel everywhere with the double-decker area of London, and I used them a lot. I was traveling for a couple of hours every day. And what people do who wait for the double-decker, they smoke, and then because they don't want to lose this last inhale, they inhale and come into the bathroom and blow it inside. And I'm sitting there and I have to inhale all this. And I got really irritated with this because I haven't smoked. I don't have a taste for this smoke. I got upset several times, and then I said to myself, how can you get upset? I mean, you are teaching this. Choose your reaction. And think about new strategy. So then I would go up on the upper floor and look if somebody's at every station, if somebody's smoking. If I'm upstairs, then usually they blow it in there. But sometimes they come and sit behind me and do like this, and I feel the smoke. I mean, not the smoke, feel the smell on my neck. But then I learn to avoid them. If they are coming near to me, I go back, open the window, and I was more peaceful because I adjusted to the situation. I choose to help myself in this situation. And there is so many. So Krishna book says the greatness of a man is seen by how much he is able to tolerate provoking situations. And we have so many examples. Can you find me, where's this other phone? I will give you a Bhagavatam reference. You find me Daksha. Actually, just find this verse. 6:5:44, Canto 6, Chapter 5, Text 44, purport. Listen to this. It's amazing. It's really amazing.
Just read the purport.
Read it, but slowly and very clearly, and not the whole purport. Try to find where, maybe second part, where Prabhupada explains how Narada let Daksha vent out his anger.
Now it may be asked why Narada Muni stayed
Yes.
in the presence of Prajapati Daksha and tolerated all his accusations and curses. Was that for Daksha's deliverance? The answer is yes.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that after being insulted by Prajapati Daksha, Narada Muni should have left immediately, but he purposely stayed to hear all Daksha's strong words so that Daksha might be relieved of his anger. Prajapati Daksha was not an ordinary man. He had accumulated the results of many pious activities. Therefore, Narada Muni expected that after delivering his curse, Daksha, satisfied and freed from anger, would repent his misbehavior and thus get a chance to become a Vaishnava and be delivered. When Jagai and Malai offended Lord Nityananda stood tolerantly, and therefore both brothers fell at his lotus feet and repented. Consequently, they later became perfect Vaishnavas.
So here is something that we usually wouldn't expect very much. Something that we wouldn't expect very much to happen in the scriptures, because we are always told to control the mind and to also try to stop others from behaving like this. So it seems that like that. Have you heard? Anybody heard of primal scream? No? Primal scream is a technique where you vent out your emotions, you come into a room, you scream, you kick, and apparently it helps you. But I don't think it helps. In all Prabhupada's teachings, mainly he speaks about self-control, about not expressing and letting these negative emotions come out and destroy everybody, including yourself. But in this situation, Narada is letting him vent it out, and then hoping that maybe he will be more receptive. So in some situations, we need to listen to devotees. They express their frustration, but then maybe they are more ready to be more sane and to be more intelligent. You had that experience also.
Yeah.
Huh? We need some air. I think we will die. Maybe like this, huh?
Yeah, please.
Well, thank you so much for coming in such a number. Usually, in my courses there is less people, but it's very nice. Let us look at some other reactions in the Shastra. For example, Haridas Thakur, how he reacted. Now, just a second. We have reaction to an unpleasant, disturbing and challenging situation. Now, we may say that Haridas Thakur's situation was a challenge, not so much disturbance, because he had a prostitute wanted to enjoy with him. I don't know, maybe he was also disturbed, but actually he knew everything, so he wasn't disturbed. So we can see this is an amazingly challenging situation. So I always say that we are not what we put on the Facebook, we are what we do when no one is looking. We are what we do. So now no one was there when Haridas was, he was tested and tempted by the prostitute and also by Maya herself 2 times. Think about situation where you said no to Maya. Does anybody has this experience? You said no to Maya and you felt very satisfied. Come on, everybody.
So many times.
Yeah, this is a great feeling. When you say no to Maya, you feel closer to Krishna. So this is also what we want to teach here, that say no to material sinful enjoyment, which is like temporary enjoyment, but it will entangle us more and bring us more suffering. So also, how do you choose? It is said that uzmi sve što ti život pruža, danas je cvet, sutra uvela ruža. I will translate. It's a Serbian or Croatian or I don't know, Yugoslavian saying or proverb. Take everything life gives you, because tomorrow you are a flower. And today you are a flower, and tomorrow you are how you say, withered flower? How do you say? Tomorrow you're a decayed rose. That's the same. Or eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow. Tomorrow we may die. We will die. So, seize the day. Motivational speakers say, enjoy now. Angels, fools rush in where angels fear to tread or to step in. So if no one is looking and you have an amazing opportunity to enjoy, what do? Krishna, maybe you, for a fraction of a second, you think, maybe Krishna is watching me. but then you forget it in the next fraction of a second and you say, anyway. This is the last time. And you said last time, last 1,000 times. and you get get entangled again, get more conditioned again by your choices. By your choices. Many people think they are victim of other people's misbehavior, torture, whatever, but actually we are victims of our own choices. Would you agree to that? We are victims of our own choices. And especially how we have chosen to react. So there is this, maybe you have heard about this book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. He's an Austrian psychiatrist. He was in a concentration camp and they did experiments on his body. He didn't know when he will die. But he had an amazing realization that they can do anything to his body, but he has a freedom to choose how he will react to that. And he wrote this book, Man's Search for Meaning, and he survived. And he saw that who survived the concentration camp, those who had some goal, who had some purpose, they survived. And he survived, and he developed logotherapy, the therapy of meaning, and he is now, one of the most influential teachers of the 21st or 20th century. And many people admire him. Many teachers quote him because this is also related to his teachings, how to choose your reaction. Okay, now let us look at the choice map. Can you find the choice map? So this is one tool you can use. So here you can connect to Sadhu, Shastra and Guru between stimulus and response. And I will give you, at the end, maybe the most practical tools, some questions that you can ask yourself when you stop and think. Okay, so give us a big screen. For 95. There is a, yes, excellent. Okay, this is an amazing thing, very simple. It's also related to the habit 1 of 7 habits of highly effective people. It's called be proactive or be responsible, able to respond. So, here we have a person who is facing some kind of situation and he can choose mode of goodness or learner mindset or mode of passion and ignorance and fall into a ditch. So we can see that this person is judging, this person is criticizing, this person is blaming himself, blaming others, and this person is having excellent questions, very, very mode of goodness questions. What happened? What are the facts? What assumptions I'm making? What can I learn from this? What I am responsible for? What are my choices? Very important. So you can remember this and you can always choose. And what is the most important part of this choice map is this. Because we are all recovering judgers. How many of you have stopped judging altogether, anybody or anything, including yourself? Nobody. So we are all recovering judgers, and it's natural that we have some judgment, but there is a constructive criticism, constructive judgment, something that is helpful, and what's wrong with me, what's wrong with them, and there is a counterproductive or something that is destructive. So when you feel that you are sleepy, you can use it also when you feel that you are going deeper into Maya, then switch. Switching lane. What can you do in the switching lane? You ask some of these questions, learning questions, to uplift yourself, to uplift your consciousness. And I told you I will give you some different techniques also, how you can make a switch. But just thinking about switch can make you more powerful, really, more empowered to choose your reaction in many, many situations. You can sometimes talk to someone and tell them, like with your coach, how would you like to react next week? And you will be tested. Krishna will send you tests in different situations. There is two types of situations: disturbing situations and challenging situations, in the sense that you are offered some maybe sinful enjoyment, cigarette, lady or something that you shouldn't be enjoying, but you have to choose and say no to Maya in that situation. And now you can develop your own learning questions. There is a book here called Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. So to me, questions is one of the most powerful ways to switch. When you face a situation and you feel you are starting to get disturbed, then you can stop, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, okay, what is the most Krishna conscious way I can react to this? Krishna, please help me. How would Prabhupada react? How would my spiritual master want me to react? What if Prabhupada was watching me now? What would I do? Different questions like this you can ask yourself. You can develop your own questions that help you in such challenging or disturbing situations to make a choice, to make a wonderful choice. So far, do you have any questions about this?
Yeah, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes you come around people, because it's quite clear what you said. There's the situation, then the choice of action, consequence or whatever, and then response. Sorry.
Response, yes.
So then, Guru Sadhu Shastra is our discernment, pretty much, what decides how we're going to react. But oftentimes, people who have a heavy conditioning are not satisfied with what's in Guru Sadhu Shastra, perhaps. Because oftentimes, as you mentioned, he talks a lot about regulating the senses and somehow choosing not to engage in what is proposed by the mind. So, and of course at the beginning there's a little bit of dissatisfaction when you put Guru Sadhu Shastra as your... Because obviously if you put Guru Sadhu Shastra, you wouldn't vent out in a situation like that, because it's not recommended. So that's my question actually.
My recommendation is catch it early. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Catch it early. When you started to feel disturbed from within, angry or whatever, then you can actually understand that you have a power to control this. This is, just the other day I told one devotee, he says, oh, I feel this, I feel that. I told him, this is just a sensation, physical sensation in the part of your body. So I asked him, where is it? And he said, in my chest. Some negative emotion. And so when you observe this, you have something here, some very, very, unpleasant feeling, disturbing, or you have butterflies or something. So, but you can observe, you can see, if I can observe it, that's not me. I'm not this negative emotion. I'm not this impulse that is coming. I'm not this anger. And I can think otherwise. How would devotee think in this situation? Maybe $1 million question or $1,000,000 question is, what will please Krishna in this situation? What my reaction will please Krishna in this situation? This is $1,000,000, I don't know if it's much, 10 million francs. Question. And you calm down, you take a deep breath. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Any other question? If you would like to work on this in your life, and you want to discuss something more confidential, you can talk to me. I'm here until 22nd of January. We can speak in this room. If you have some confidential questions, how to react in this situation, that situation. But this is something to work on. Now I will reveal to you the greatest success secret of all time. You already know it, but unfortunately you are not practicing it. So look at this. The greatest success secret of all time is daily practice. You are not so impressed, I know. So, similarly, this will not come overnight. You will make many mistakes. I give you 108 mistakes before you become perfect. You make 108 mistakes.
Is it practicing 1,000 dandavats a day?
That's too transcendental. We are now down to earth. Don't fly. So, this is also good. 1,000 dandavats. I mean, Raghunath Das Goswami offered 1,000 times obeisances every day. So when will we do this? Now, this is my opportunity to let you know that when you offer obeisances in the temple, first you shouldn't put your feet towards Prabhupada. Some devotees do that. You can have your back to the deities and back to Prabhupada. We don't turn our feet to Prabhupada. We don't offer directly to the deities. That's one thing. Another thing, many devotees offer obeisances like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No mantra. Or you don't hear it, or maybe it's like a 100 kilometers per hour mantra in your mind or something. So they don't say mantra, they just bow down a little bit, go back, and don't offer obeisance properly. Offering obeisances is so important. Saying this mantra to your guru or Diksha Guru or Srila Prabhupada, it may save your life at the time of death. So please don't skip it. So this is very graphic, the choice map. And one friend from India, from Kolkata, made me a map without. It was all empty, so I could put in anything. I could put in devotional path, conditioned soul reaction, conditioned soul path, and maybe I will find somebody to do this and change this, because this is learner, judger, it's okay, but we want something that is based on Shastra, like mode of goodness, mode of ignorance and passion. And remember, you can always do this. Always, in any situation you can switch. You can switch. So one technique, take a deep breath when you see that it's coming and say Hare Krishna. Try it now.
Hare Krishna.
Minimum 3 times.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Can you notice that we are already less stupid? Because we connected with Krishna through the holy name. It's not different from Krishna. Krishna has the highest intelligence, and you also become more intelligent by having more oxygen in your brain. So you are inhaling oxygen.
Please.
You are inhaling oxygen, and you are inhaling spiritual oxygen by chanting the holy name. Then another thing you can do when you feel the disturbance is coming, please stand up. Raise your arms. Try to be disturbed. It's called depression yoga. Now do this. Try to double your depression. Try to be really, like pissed off. Everything sucks. I'm depressed. Nothing is perfect around me. When they become perfect, I will become happy. Okay, now continue doing this, chant Hare Krishna and triple your depression. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please sit down. You are not good students. You are not good students of depression yoga. You don't sound depressed.
We are all happy.
You don't sound depressed. But that's good. Yes? You have a question?
Yeah.
Who? You?
Yeah, me.
Please.
So there is, sometimes you can choose maybe the external reaction that you're not reacting, but what's about the internal reaction that suppressing actually? Externally maybe I'm tolerating, but internally I'm suppressing, and someday it has to explode. How long I can? How to do this internal change?
Can
especially-
you and I start a company?
Huh?
Can you and I start a company? Training company. You always have amazing questions. You always have amazing questions. This is a great question. So, actually, this is such an important question. External and internal reaction. We want to polish internal reaction. And if inside of us there is transcendental knowledge, there is clear understanding what's happening, then we can better choose both reactions. Because it starts internally. This reaction starts internally. So I told Prabhuji, catch it early. Catch it early. Actually, there is a letter, Satchidananda Swami found it, of Srila Prabhupada. Amazing letter. Letter to Kirtiraj. For all the boys who are romantic, this letter is amazing. For all the men. He asks about lust. And Prabhupada says, catch it early. Prabhupada says, catch it early. In the beginning stages, he speaks about thinking, feeling, and willing. This letter should be part of this seminar, but I forgot to include it. But I will include it. It's an amazing letter to Kirtiraj. Whoever wants, I will send you. I will give you also. You can ask me for this letter. Okay, so now, because you have very patiently participated and enthusiastically, we will have a break now. And please, if possible, don't leave, because usually on the break, maybe half people leave, or 95%. So, if in any way possible, because we have more things coming, we will have also discussions in pairs about your personal challenges and how you handle them and how you can handle them. We will for the rest of the seminar. So please have a 10-minute break. But when you hear me singing with the guitar, that means that in few minutes it will start and come back.
Evil.